Hello friends, welcome to Excel Macro Basic course. So in the last video we have talked about agenda of this course, and today we are going to start with introduction and need of macro programs. So let's start. So macro is basically a program which is an action or set of action to perform required task. So macro program is written in the VB programming language, which is Visual Basic Programming Language, and it executes line by line, same as other programming languages, and you can run it anytime whenever you require. So once you create this program, then you can save it and you can run it whenever you need to run it. And you have a two option that I have also discussed little about it when we discussed agenda. So one way is like you can write your program in VB editor, and second, you can also record your macro. So recording macro is kind of like you can perform some task, and macro will be created automatically based on the step that you are executing. So once that is recorded, then you can run it, so the same task can be performed again. Once you create your macro program, so in Excel you have many type of objects like button, drop down, flowchart, and images, etc. So you can link a macro program behind any of it, and when you click on that particular object, then that program will be executed. So this also I will show you in the later session. Now let's discuss about need of macros. So here I will discuss some use cases. So I believe in most of the project you have a requirement to prepare some kind of report to your management. This is a example that is, I believe, applicable to all kind of projects. So let's consider you have a sales office in different regions, and they used to send a report on daily basis. And if you want to summarize that report, then you can write a macro program in the required format. So on single click, it will take the input from the respective reports and perform calculation and generate the required report that you can share with your management. Okay, and in the second example, if you want to calculate the profit, return, expenditure of a certain time interval, that also you can do easily with the help of macros automatically. So this task basically we used to perform manually, but yeah, if you use macro, then it will make your things ready very quickly, easily, and error free. Then it is also helpful to create a report automatically. Suppose if you have a format of report and that you create for after a certain time interval, let's say daily, weekly, or quarterly, or monthly. So if you have a program ready, so if you execute that macro program, then the format of report will be created automatically with some automated values that you can mention one time, and every time it will take that and will fill the required data automatically. It is also useful while to demand forecasting. So let's consider here example. For example, you are working in IT project, and your job is to manage the server administration. So for example, if you want to if you don't have a proper tool that show you the system capacity or system usage, so you can write a simple program that will capture your system current usage in a text or CSV file. Then you can create a macro program that will take input from that file and generate a trend automatically. So in this way you can also analyze the demand forecasting, like in last month what was my system utilization, and in current one what is the utilization. So in this way you can understand the future need of your system, then accordingly you can plan before it reaches to the maximum value. Okay, so this is how you can use. In the same way, you can also plan, like if you are working in a sales project, then you can categorize your items categories. Then you can like prepare a trend, which item is having the item is key for your like sales area. So accordingly you can plan like where you need to invest and where you need not to. So there are like many use cases that depend on your requirement. So accordingly you can like create a macro program that will summarize your data and will generate a trend, so that you can use in your project. Or so to so there are many ways and technologies nowadays to achieve the same, but macro is one of the solution. And macro is very simple to configure, and you don't need to download any kind of thing. If you have an Excel, then you can use the macro program, and it is very easy to use. You don't need to install or configure much on your system. It is just kind of ready-made thing. So you just have Excel and you can create a macro program. And these are the some benefits of macro. So it saves manual efforts, it reduces the turnaround time, and the probability of error is less because the task is performed by system itself. But the condition is that you define everything very properly, then only you will get error free output. If you didn't write your code properly, or you have not recorded a macro program properly, then of course you will get some kind of error or incorrect data. And then you can also automate your repetitive routine task. So these are the advantages of macro program. So this is all about the need of macro and introduction part, and in the next video we will talk about the different ways to create a macro program. Thank you very much.